Hello and welcome to this video and to our, not really honeymoon announcement because you know what we're doing, but a bit more detailed about our plans. Just to let you behind the curtains, it's been snowing, so we're under a blanket because it's very cold, and it's also the day after the Endpoint Christmas party, so if we both sound a little bit rough, that's why.
It's not that we're not enthusiastic about the honeymoon.
No, we just have had very little sleep. So yeah, I thought we would run through some of our plans for our honeymoon and things like that. Because as you're watching this, if you're watching it live, we are there. We are in the Caribbean. It'll be warm, unlike today, where it is not warm. In fact, I was having a look at the current temperature.
30s.
So it appears that we're going to go from warmest.
It's 1 degrees here and it's 28 currently in Barbados.
We're going to be going from warmest to coolest as we go through our trip. Except for I don't know about places where we're
Warmest to coolest being 29 to 27.
Yeah, so the feels like, let's go for like 3 o'clock, shall we, is 32.
32.
A lovely 32 degrees in Nassau.
That sounds too hot.
Christmas Eve.
Sounds too hot, but it sounds better than here.
It doesn't sound too hot at all. Lovely 32 degrees, laid by a pool.
25 is perfect.
So yeah, so we fly out
Barbados.
to Bridgetown, Barbados. We are spending how many nights? This is the bit that
We're there in Bridgetown till the 3rd, well, the morning of the 3rd, for when we get onto a cruise.
which we'll come on to in a minute.
And then we're cruising for 5 days. And then we're staying in Bridgetown again for 2 more days, but different
Barbados.
I know, Barbados, so yeah.
Bridgetown's the capital.
Yeah, we're going up the coast. 2 more days. We've got an all-inclusive.
We do. We've never done all-inclusive before. It's
Yeah.
very exciting. Again, we'll cover all of these stages in a bit more detail. I have words about the all-inclusive.
And then we are flying
Via Miami.
so we had to get our Esther.
Yeah, we had to get an Esther, even though we're not staying in America.
Coming back to Bahamas.
Bahamas. Pete.
I got it right, Bahamas.
Pete can't get this whole. So the reason he's doing this is because he can't get this itinerary in his head.
Bahamas. We're staying in Nassau.
No, we're not.
We're staying in somewhere else and then Nassau.
Yeah. This is what I mean. We go to Georgetown first.
Which it's very much like Bridgetown, which I'm getting confused. And
it's nothing like Bridgetown. It's Bridgetown and
both have
Georgetown.
towns in them.
Just because it's got town in it. The same reason Barbados and Bahamas both begin with B, and you're struggling with that too. But yeah, so Georgetown is in the Exumas in Bahamas, and then we fly from there up to Nassau for a couple of days because our flight home is from Nassau.
Yes.
So
We're going to stay at not the Atlantis, but
Close.
one of those ones, the cheaper version.
So when we're in Barbados, we haven't actually got many plans. Partly because of the time of year we're going over, partly because, we want to go with the flow a little bit. We want to make sure that we have time to relax. But we have booked the Mount Gay Rum Distillery tour thing with tasting. It does have tasting, I'm right in that.
Well, it's got drinking.
So I mean tasting.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be called.
Yeah.
So we're definitely doing that. We're gonna try and get to Austin's Fish Fry, which if you've ever looked into Barbados at all, anywhere, it's one of the must-dos, which I think is like a section of like big outdoor seating with different stalls, like street foodie kind of fried fish, that kind of thing. Hence Fish Fry. But yeah, it's one of those things that is like a must do if you go to Barbados, so we're going to try and do that on the
can imagine it'll be round.
Friday night. Yeah, I've read that you should get there early if you actually want to seat. And we're there over New Year's, so we'll be bringing in 2023, probably on a beach somewhere.
Try and find a beach, some fireworks.
We haven't booked anything specifically for New Year's Eve just because it's expensive. Barbados is expensive.
Yeah.
But we've got that, and I think we've booked 1 meal somewhere.
Maybe only one in Barbados. One or two.
We've only booked one meal. So as I said, there are very limited plans in Barbados. There's a few other things that I've written down as potentials. I can't remember the name of the beach, but there, if you get there early, you can see the horses from the racetrack. They bring them down to the beach and they go in the sea and play about, but you have to get there very early for that. So that's if we wake up extremely early because of jet lag, we might go and do that.
It's like 6 a.m. or something.
Other points of interest were like Animal Flower Cave, there's a animal reserve thingamabob, and all the beaches are public, so we can just wander onto any of them.
Got a recommended one this year.
Yes, someone
Sandy
recommended
Lane.
Sandy Lane Beach to us because apparently the hotel that's by that beach is the big fancy one that all the rich people go to.
People watching, is it?
Oh no, because there's going to be like high walls and barbed wire to stop paparazzi and that. Limited plans for Barbados. Anything you're particularly keen on in those days?
As I keep saying to Faye, I'm actually one of the things I'm most looking forward to is the flight. Just because I'm looking forward to sitting down, switching off for like 10 hours, watching some films, and I also get that I'm going on holiday feeling when it's got in the air.
She doesn't actually want to go on holiday, just wants to fly.
Well, no, once I get on the holiday, it's great. It's just and you get that ridiculous. We're going to get that massive waft of like warm air when you get off the
I
plane.
love it when that happens. You're like, ugh. So then we are heading on our 5-night South Caribbean cruise with Royal Caribbean. We're on the boat Rhapsody of the Seas. We have never done a cruise before, so this is a first for us. I'm intrigued, I think is the best way of putting it. I've watched a lot of cruise vlogs, but never with Royal Caribbean, so I don't know if what I'm watching is the same experience that we'd have on that boat. Ship. Is it a boat or a ship? Probably ship, isn't it?
It's massive, isn't it?
It'll be a cruise ship. So on that cruise, we don't have a day at sea or anything like that. We stop at a port each day, which I thought would be best for us, being first-time cruisers. We don't know how we're going to fare at sea, and also it's a good excuse to get at least 4 other islands in.
4 more countries, yeah.
4 other islands in. It's a Barbados to Barbados. We go to Guadeloupe for the first day. We've not booked an excursion for Guadeloupe because there just doesn't seem to be anything available. So we're just going to wander and see where the day takes us, aren't we, Jeff? So maybe that's a day that we explore the cruise ship a bit more as well. If we're not doing so much during the day.
I'd get to see Guadeloupe.
Huh?
Get to see what Guadeloupe's like.
Yeah,
just
I
wander
know,
around it.
but if there's not a lot for us to wander around easily...
I'm assuming there will be.
I don't know. We've never been. I've never seen any
It's a
video
whole
of it.
country, they're going to have stuff there.
Not necessarily. That's why there's no excursions either. I mean, even Royal Caribbean haven't offered any excursions. So we've got that on to enjoy. I would quite like to try the rock climbing on the boat ship.
Got rock climbing on the ship.
They've got a rock climbing wall.
I think I need that, yeah.
And other bits and bobs like that. Where do we go after? Is it Martinique next?
Maybe, yeah.
In fact, I've got it here. Why don't I just look at our itinerary?
I think it's Martinique next.
I can just bring up the app. Yes, so we're going to Martinique, where we've booked a kayaking mangroves adventure, which will take us 3.5 hours apparently. Now, I'm expecting us to be in a boat together because I cannot kayak for
It does
the
say,
life of
it
me.
does say you can do 2. If it's not, you have to learn.
We'll just be going in circles, because that's all I ever do in a kayak. I did it a few times as a child/teenager, and I could never ever get the hang of the thing. Yeah, so we've got a kayaking tour in the morning, and then obviously we'll again do a bit of wandering. The following day we are at St Vincent, where we've booked a longer tour, which is a 7-hour tour.
Yeah.
Going to the Dark Waterfall and a coastal tour. You did a lot of this booking. I don't actually remember what we've booked. So the Dark View waterfall is a stunning 70-foot cascade.
Yeah, I think there's more than just the waterfall, which is why.
Yeah, we're also going to some of the locations from Pirates of the Caribbean where they filmed the doodah. Got some lunch thrown in there, a bit of snorkelling. But because that's a 7-hour tour, I don't think we're going to have any chance to do any solo wandering in St Vincent. Although, from what I have seen, St Vincent has very little around the port. And then our last stop is Granada. Is it Granada or Grenada? You picked this tour, so what we're doing on this one? The Diamond Chocolate and Waterfall.
We get to try some chocolates. Another waterfall. I think it's like the whole roasting process, isn't it?
Do you roast chocolate?
Roast
Cocoa
beans,
I guess.
yeah.
But there's also a restaurant that I've heard about called BB's Crab Back, which we
Shack.
might...
Was it back?
Back. I think it was back. Which we might wander to as well. Our stateroom on the cruise, we went all fancy and we booked ourselves a balcony room, which...
Balcony of the sea. Balcony of the sea.
Is that another cruise ship from Workout?
Yeah.
So we may, I mean, I'm not sure whether we're going to have much use of the balcony. What with us, having a stop every day, but it's our first cruise, we want to try it. We want a balcony.
Back to Barbados, where we've got a 2-day, 2-night, all-inclusive at a nice-looking hotel. Faye's annoyed because there's meant to be a catamaran tour, like a free one, and on the website all it says is free catamaran tour. So we tried to book it because it's like, we can only do 1 day really, and they're like, it only goes on Wednesday and Saturdays.
We're not there on a Wednesday or a Saturday. We're there on a Sunday and a Monday.
Yeah, it's meant to be really nice that side of the island. So we will see.
Again, all inclusive is not something we've ever done before.
Got to make the most of the drinks.
So that 2 days, now that we don't have a catamaran tour, is very much peg out on a sun lounger for 2 days.
I think they do a bunch of other stuff as well, like snorkeling. And
you can go and do that. I'll peg out on a sun lounger for 2 days and read my book.
fair enough.
So then the last part of our trip is the Bahamas. So we've got a number of nights in Georgetown, in Exuma. I can never remember how many nights we've got in these places. And the big part of that is that we've booked a day trip to go and do something that has been on my bucket list for a while.
It's been mentioned a lot of times.
Oh yeah, and that is to go to the pig beach. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's no one really knows why the pigs are there, but the story is that there was a shipwreck or something, and then there were pigs on this boat, and now they just chill out on this island and swim in the sea.
The story actually is that someone's thought, that'd be a good marketing thing, and whoever owns the island's gone, I'll put some pigs on it and make it a tourist destination.
You're a cynic.
I don't know if that's true or not. I like your ship theory.
I'm sure on our tour they'll tell us some of it.
Noah's Ark of the pigs.
That makes no blooming sense.
2 pigs and they've gone.
It's more than 2 pigs.
But it is now, after they've,
There were more than 2 pigs then, surely.
Who knows?
Otherwise the bloodline would be really bad.
Could have been thousands of years ago.
They might have 6 trotters.
Maybe they do.
But yes, there's a load of pigs. They swim in the sea. I'll put in some pictures so that you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to do that. But along that tour as well, we're also going to Iguana Island, I think Nurse Shark Island, the Thunderball Grotto from James Bond, some sandbars. It's a whole day thing. There's a lot of stops. Sounds really cool. Can't wait. Possibly the thing I'm most excited for on that trip. I don't think we've got any other plans in Georgetown at the moment. Oh, I have found a place where we can snorkel with some turtles. We were in Mexico last time. We snorkeled with turtles. It was fun. I don't think we're going to be able to get life jackets at this one though.
Yeah, I couldn't need those.
But I also think it's not quite as deep. It's not quite as deep, and the turtles come quite close to you, I think.
It wasn't that deep last time, but they were very helpful to have the life jackets. That being said, I'm guessing the sea might be a bit more see-through.
And then, as I said at the beginning, we've got the last 2 days in Nassau. We're at this hotel that's in the part where Atlantis is. Supposedly we have entry into the water park and that kind of thing, so that's what we'll do on our last day or so. And then we come home.
If we do, then it's a good tip to go for this hotel, because it is about a fifth of the price and you apparently get free entry still.
So you'll have to watch our last, it'll probably be the last vlog that'll be in, and I'll let you know whether it works out or not. So subscribe, wait for that one. Thank you for the segue. What are you most looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to the balcony on the cruise the most. If you can just like look out and see.
Your things. I'm looking forward to a flight on a balcony.
Just chilling, relaxing.
And we're going all the way to the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully nice and chilled and relaxed and warm and good. But I'm also looking forward to sitting on a balcony looking out at the sea.
And for anyone wondering, Jeff will be well looked after by his grandparents for the whole time. But that is our plans in a nutshell. I've deliberately, because let's be honest, I'm the one that plans it and then gets Pete to do the legwork. I've deliberately not made us book lots of things or planned lots of things. I've got lists of things we could do, but not put them in any days or anything like that. For the sheer fact that I don't want us to overexert on this holiday.
Yeah, I want a bit of chill as well.
I want our honeymoon for us to feel like we've explored, because I hate going to a place and not feeling like I've seen it, but also have enough time to just do nothing and having some nice food in the evenings.
I mean, that's always the bit I'm most looking forward to, is the food. Yeah, just trying the cuisines.
Very much looking forward to it, but as I said, as you're watching this, if you're watching this the day that it comes out, we are about halfway through, I think. So if you want sort of real-time updates, photos, mine and Pete's Twitters and Instagrams and things are down below, so that'll be the best place to come if you want to have a look what we're getting up to. I'm sure you're going to post a picture or two.
Maybe. I'll see.
Look at you being man of mystery.
Depends if I remember or I can be bothered.
I'm sure you will. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know I've rambled on for a little while about our plans, but hopefully that will get you excited for the vlogs that are to come. And if you are, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!